So this past week has been one of those weeks where I kind of just felt stuck. I was in a rut. I didn't have a direction. I was kind of aimlessly waking up every day, aimlessly doing work, aimlessly doing things. I didn't really have like a clear vision. I didn't have anything to strive for. It was in that period of time where I had finished a big thing that I wanted to finish, right? And the next big thing just wasn't known at the time. And because of that, last week was a very much a week of nothingness, a week of emptiness, a week of just having no direction. And I'm out of that now, finally. It took about a week and a half to finally get over this. And I wanted to kind of share this with you because everyone has it in varying degrees. So these are kind of 8 steps to kind of, and as the title says, unfuck your life. So hello, my name is Jonathan Aquino and I help teach the next generation. So it is a bit of a process. It doesn't happen immediately. I need to make that emphasis very clear. What I'm going to teach you today just doesn't happen like that. It's not just do this and you're good. You need to do these and build up over time. Because I slowly built up, I slowly did more and more. I slowly started figuring out what I was going to do, slowly started figuring out how to improve. And eventually I got back into my rhythm of, all right, let's get up, let's get to work and do all these things. So the first thing that you need to do is to just clean yourself up. You need to take care of yourself. You need that easy physical and mental win of taking a shower, brushing your teeth, making sure you look good. That's such an easy psychological win. And it helps to boost your confidence and overall well-being, you know. You want to make sure you look your best and you feel your best. And that starts when you just do the easy stuff. Now, a lot of you may say that you need like motivation or inspiration to do that. I feel like nowadays, because we've been, you know, you and I probably have been doing it for a long time, I would hope. It's kind of just a habit that you just don't think about. It's not something you just go, do I really want to shower? And it's just kind of something you do, I feel like at this point. So just make sure the easiest step to do, the easiest win is to just make yourself look nice, take a shower, brush your teeth, get that easy physical, psychological win out of the way. And that builds up to the next one, where for step 2, you want to just clean up your space, your surroundings. Whether it's your bedroom, your workspace, your car, wherever needs to be clean, just make sure you clean up. I know when I was in this rut, my bed was a complete and utter mess, like more so than usual, because I always have a messy bed, but I make sure I still leave it so it looks nice in terms of it's not like completely utterly destroyed. It's not just completely utterly destroyed, but you know, it wasn't like last time where it was just shit was on the floor, everything was kind of messy and such. Like the closet was a mess, like everything was like my whole desk space was a mess and everything. Now it's actually clean, concise, and it's not like bothering me anymore. So just clean your space up so you don't have to think about having, oh shit, dude, my, like it's like, I would say it's kind of like a visual representation of just how you're feeling. So if you have a cleaned up space, it's like, everything kind of looks clean, everything looks good, and then that will help build up momentum. Now, along this, just try, this isn't an actual step, but this is kind of something that you should do. If you have, you know, if you're an entrepreneur, a businessman, you work 9 to 5, do your best to just kind of get back into that rhythm alongside all of this. Because while I was still in this rut, I still tried to do some work. I still tried to record. I still tried to do some of my sourcing and such. Was it to like 100%? No, it wasn't. But I still did it so I could build up that, you know, momentum as well. So alongside all these, make sure you continue to do your regular responsibilities as best as you can. And understand, will not be your best, but at least you're still doing it. So following this, I would say the easiest thing you could do to kind of build it up, that momentum that you need, would be to just get out of the house in terms of just go out. Honestly, not with friends, just you yourself, go out. Get out of your house, take a walk around the neighborhood, go to your local park, go do a nature walk, just go out and be present. This was like, for me, this was the last thing I did, but I wish I had done it sooner. Because when I took, those steps aside, I really got to clear out my mind, clear out my thoughts, enjoy the time I was outside, and be present, which was something that I had been missing and I didn't realize I was missing. Just being out, alert, awake, and it just excited to be out there was something I needed. And I feel like doing it now, where you've cleaned yourself up, you look good, your place looks good, it's clean, it smells nice. You go out and it's like, all right, I'm feeling good. My house is good. My place is good. Now let's explore the world. And you slowly build back up. It was such a fantastic feeling, I will say. Following this, I would definitely recommend to just go out, get physical, get your daily goddamn exercise, build up some physical momentum, sweat it out, do something, cardio, running, lifting weights, a sport you may do, anything. There's so many different things that you can do. And oh dude, that felt great to get those workouts in still. Because I still went to the gym no matter what. It's a habit now where I know at this time I go to the gym and I just go work out. Were the workouts the best? No. They were frankly pretty dog ass. But I still went. I still built up my habit. And I don't regret it whatsoever, I mean, I did take, I think, 2 days off, but that wasn't because I wanted to. It was because my body was telling me, hey, we're breaking down, let's settle down a little bit. So I took a couple of days off, but it was more necessary than it was, I was like, I don't want to. So definitely go out, get exercise, get physical. I'm not going to recommend anything. Just do something, whatever. There's home workouts, gym workouts, whatever you can think of, go and do it. You'll feel so much better. Strangely, I had a moment of, where's my money going to? Because during this time, I felt like I was making stupid purchases on stuff that I didn't need, if that makes sense. So I would definitely say during this time, take the time out of your day a little bit to just check how, if you've spent on stupid stuff, if you have stuff that you're just not using anymore. It's something that just came up, and I nowadays, want to keep up on it. So monitor your finances. You may be surprised at how much you may be unnecessarily spending on things that you don't necessarily need, especially for a lot of us who may be in debt and such, because, I went to college, so I have that college debt. And I recently actually bought I recently bought a car because my old one was pretty goddamn old and not great. And now I have a new car that I'm gonna fully utilize to the max in terms of my business and personal development and such, because it's much better. But of course that means I have to pay more. So I limited how much I spend now in terms of, I think I cut like 3 or 4 subscriptions, which adds up over time, which is great. So hopefully you have some similar results on that end, because saving money is great. So you can use some stuff that actually does matter, like your debt. Debt is bad. Anyway, I'm not gonna get into it. Following this, I would definitely say try to remove the dependencies that you have. So I know the biggest thing that I was still using was YouTube. I had YouTube on constantly during this time. So I think I cut it out for 2 days. There's no YouTube whatsoever. And it was hard because I actually had to fight through boredom. I had to fight through so many different emotions and feelings that I was hiding because of YouTube. So whatever your dependency is, whether it's social media, alcohol, drugs, like do your best to try and address them. Whether it's limiting them or removing them, just try and limit your exposure to them as best as you can, because they're not something that you need going forward when you get out of this rut, when you get out of this negative, feedback loop. You want to make sure you have a strong foundation for positive feedback loops, and having these things just don't help you in general. So just do your best to try and remove them. After all of that, I feel like I had a lot of positive momentum going, but the only issue I had was I didn't have a goal. So it doesn't matter that I had all this good positive momentum pushing me forward to do as much work as possible, but I didn't have a clear goal. So the step 7 would be to strategize. What goals do you want? What vision do you have for yourself? What do you want to do? Could be a long term, could be a short term, but you need to have something to put all your energy into. You need to do something that pushes you forward into that upper echelon, up to that next level of, so I have this thing and now I got to make sure I get this thing done. So I'm going to be moving from my current place in about a month or so. So I've kind of set like a deadline of a month to get as much of specific work that I set as possible. Book stuff, YouTube stuff, LinkedIn. Like I have a set schedule now that I'm going to follow religiously as possible and make sure that all of it gets done. So when I move, I have to not worry about anything except just getting there. And that's it. So my goal right now is to do everything possible that I still can do here before I move. So recording as many videos up until the moving date, which I believe is September 1st. I still have to record another like 15. I'm getting there. Content on LinkedIn, content on other platforms. Like I have to do all of this now so I don't have to do it later, not be worried. So that's my current goal. What your goal may be completely different from mine, but as long as you have a goal, you're going to be doing great. And finally, the last and most important step is to just submit to the process. You need to embrace it, embrace the journey, because it's not going to happen immediately where you go from, oh man, I don't want to really do anything, I don't have a clear goal, to all right, let's get this shit done, bucko. We got a goal, we got a vision. It's not going to happen overnight. And I was lucky that it only took me about a week. The last time this happened, it took me months because I didn't have anything. I had nothing going for me during that time. So it took me months to get out of that. You can get out of it. It takes time, it takes effort, and it's very hard, but you have to trust the process. If you continuously do these steps over and over and over, you'll eventually get to a point where you don't feel like you're in a rut anymore. You're like, oh shit, let's get this fucking thing done. You know, let's get this work going. Let's get this pump flowing. Let's get going. And that's what you want. You want to get going again. You have to understand, it's a journey. Understand it's a journey. Embrace the journey. I guess to the best of your ability, enjoy the journey. You know you're in a rut, but be excited that by the end of this, you will not be in a rut and you'll be even more motivated and you'll be the best person that you can be. And so with that, just make sure, just stick to it. Follow this 8-step process, and hopefully it unfucks your life similar to how it did mine.